Welcome to Leo for Leos. This is a channel featuring intuitive tarot readings for the astrological sign of Leos, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I'm also a Leo, so this reading will be for both of us. Cross watchers and fellow readers are welcome. However, I do want to give you a heads up that I read the cards as I see them and not always as it's traditionally done. So let's get started. I'm getting started with my Smith Waite Tarot deck, the Centennial Edition. I happen to love this little tin. I got it from Amazon. The sun wants to make an appearance. Let's see. It's these these mini cards, and I absolutely love them. I have my own personal deck of cards here that I'm going to use. And I have some runes that I am going to also use. I haven't used them in a reading on camera yet, but I have used them in my personal, for my personal use. So these are some really cute ones I also got off Amazon. That was, let's see, this is beautiful. Yes, this is beautiful rose quartz, and I just love these. Just love these. Okay. I'm not the best shuffler. I don't have all the fancy skills. I always find it fascinating to see all the card tricks that people do with them, but I'm very careful with these cards because I do want them to last. I'm quite partial to this particular deck, so I want it to last. I want it to be a something that I continue to use for years and years and years. I don't really want to have to replace these. So I'm very gentle with them. I do shuffle them quite a bit. So my intention is for Leo's December 2019. Specifically want to know what solutions that Leos need to deal with the month of December in the year 2019. My wonderful Leos. December 2019. December 2019 for Leos. Sun, Moon, and Rising. throw in a little Venus in there too. Whoa! That is quite interesting. Okay. Interesting. I said Venus, that card just popped out. It's like, boom. It wanted to talk, and so did these guys. But I'm going to also let, they're probably going to just show up again, because that's how, so I might as well just put them down. We want to know the solutions that Leos need to deal with their month. Okay? What are some of the solutions that Leos need? Okay? What do they need? Some of the attitudes and the things that they need to keep in mind for the month of December. To keep them on the right track of success, happiness, and joy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Let's help some Leos out there in the world. The Leos. Let's help the Leos have a more fantastic December. We know it's going to be awesome, but let's find out how we can make December amazing for Leos. Heading right into the new year, right into 2020, the Leo way. The big fat roar. A nice healthy roar. I usually, like I said, I probably said this before, but sometimes I just cut this part out because it's so darn long. And if it is, just fast forward to the place where I start talking. Sorry about that, guys, for those of you where this is boring. But there's quite a few people that really resonate with the shuffling process. And sorry for all the noise outside. In order to do my videos this way, I have had to move things around, and now I am probably shooting in not in an optimal space for audio, for visual either. But this is something that you guys said you wanted, so. And I definitely want to see if I can incorporate this more in a way that makes sense for you. All right, let's see. We're gonna go for the rest of this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. All right, so far this looks really good. We're gonna go to any of the places where there seems to be issues. So I'm gonna start off with the Hermit, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Pentacles. Those are the ones I'm the most concerned about. So why are Leos going into Hermit mode? So why don't we go to this one? Okay. All right, so let's start with the reading now. Finally. Okay. So, we have the Hermit as, a first starter. Leos have gone into hermit mode and they're contemplating a lot of things. A lot of people aren't seeing them as bold and boisterous as they are. That's because they're kind of nestling their ideas and trying to like organize how 2020 is going to go, how awesome it's going to be, how cool it's going to be. And that's because there's a lot you feel like you need to learn, and there's a lot of emotional strife here. There's a lot of this is like your dark side trying to take over, like dark thoughts trying to take over, like messing with your head, making you think that you need people and things that you really don't need, or like that you're not good enough. And so it keeps you trapped, limiting. It's actually like limiting beliefs. Okay, so there's some limiting beliefs that you know about too. You're very aware of them. That's why you're in hermit mode trying to deal with these things. But you know there's a lot more that you need to learn in order to feel that confidence that you need. You just want to be a master of being able to take care of your own world. The King of Pentacles energy, where you're just like, I know, you're an excellent CEO, a businessman, entrepreneur. Everything you touch grows. That's who you want to be, who you know that you can be. You're so close. If you're not that person yet, you're so close. You're on the way to becoming that person. And then again, it's an uncomfortable place for you of solitude, but somehow you get sort of an epiphany to start doing things in a different way. And these epiphanies or self-realizations for personal development is really going to help you in your relationships and build up a lot of harmony. And that harmony is like so important in your relationships with the people that you love, the people that you care about, and people that you work with. Okay? There's also an attitude of, yes, I want to do it, but it's not like you're not intensely doing it, which is very good, not to have that intense energy, but to have more of like a, I wouldn't say cavalier energy, but more calm, more like, yeah, we're doing this, but we don't, we're doing this at our own pace. We're not forcing it or anything. We have the energy to do it, and we're going to do it in our own time. You're not taking everything so seriously. You are taking things seriously, but you're not taking it seriously to the point where you're stressing out about it, right? None of that. It's just like, hey, let's all work together and let's all have fun together. But when it comes time to getting the work done and making decisions, Leos are there. This is a month of making decisions and making them very well, like making really good decisions. You'll have to weigh out a lot of things. You'll have to look at the logistics of things. You'll have to review a lot of things internally, see how it makes you feel. You can do body stress tests to see how different things work with you. You can, you have to just go by these internal instincts as well. And this is all leading up to a more emotionally fulfilling existence, Leos are getting their emotional state of being together. They're becoming more regal. And this is the attribute of a leader, okay? So we're going to move on to the Hierophant. It's the commitment card. It's the spiritual card as well. It's the contracts that you make with yourself and the ones that you make with the higher powers, or a higher power. And this is a contract of soul. This is a soul contract, is what I'm saying. And so your soul contract is really talking about like, hey, I really do want to kind of rush in and take care of business. Let's do it all. And, and that's really cool. But, as long as you are making the things that you're rushing in to do, make sure that you've already planned out what they are, what they're going to do for you, okay? Make sure you know all sides of the story before you go rushing in. So make sure you do that. Do the research, right? And then also, it's really getting that feeling of the growth pattern of a business, or the growth pattern of something you really love doing, a really great career. You're looking at ways you can grow that path. And it, to everyone else, to the other people that are around you, you are looking pretty good, okay? Whether people will acknowledge you or not, you're impressing people. You are impressing people. All right, let's move on to the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups really talks about walking away from something that you've put a lot of energy into, and that you don't know what the outcome is, but the outcome is going to be better than your current circumstances. But you really don't know that. You really don't know that. And then it's more like you're doing it for personal reasons. You're doing it because it will help your mental health. It will be giving yourself a little bit of self-love, if you will. By doing this, you're doing this for you. And it just shows like your mastery over your creative abilities and your business abilities to be able to make that kind of decision. So making decisions, again, is a very strong theme. And part of the decision is walking away from something you built and moving on to something else. Maybe there's no profit in this one particular thing. Or maybe you need to move, you need to actually physically move, or you need to actually move away from someone who you've spent a lot of time with and they're not improving, and now you have to kind of walk away from that. There's a few things that I'm seeing here for you. Okay? So there's a lot of clarity and vision. You're like, I see this so clearly now. A lot of clarity in December. There's from this Hermit card of being able to see what has happened, future, past, present. Something is happening with you. You're getting epiphanies and answers to things, so that way decisions are being expedited very quickly. And you're going into a new place of happiness. It's a much better place than where you were. Okay? And again, it's exerting your independence, exerting who you are as a human being, your stance in the world. It's not going to be don't take care of yourself, sacrifice for everyone. Is something that is very it's a noble attitude to take. However, it can be very damaging long term if you're in a hostile environment, a toxic environment. It's time to leave what's not working on the table and move on. Okay, it's time to, sometimes you got to know when to fold them, you got to know when to back out of something. And you're saying, okay, my being able to help other people even in the future, I am going to have to walk away from this situation. I'm going to have to be my own person and walk away. It seems very selfish, but I have to do this for my future and the future people who will be helped by what I do. It doesn't always have to be a selfish thing, but sometimes the things that seem selfish is actually going to help other people, right? Like the guy who saves the lady from jumping from the train tracks, right? That guy probably earlier in his life went to the gym, took a look at his body and was like, okay, am I physically fit? Am I ready to take on anything? He had to spend some time on himself first before he can go around trying to save other people. Okay? It's a hypothetical, but it's short-sighted when people say that's a selfish act, because you have to do some things for yourself in order to provide the love, affection, and physical presence for the people you love and for people who need you. Okay? Now, you've been through a lot and your energy level is still a fighter's energy level. You're ready to take on what's next. There is also, and it could be like a romantic dream that you have of a certain amount of success that you want, certain kind of things that you want in your life. And there is a lot of dreaming during the time of December, because You know, there's some magic in the air. There's some magic in the air. It's the end of the year, and so the new year is beginning. There's a lot of dreaming happening during this time. And Leos, this is the time where you dig deep into those practices of dreaming, like the vision boarding and like telling people like that's really close to you that you really love your dreams. Not even if you have no one in your life and it's just you, get a sheet of paper and write down 10 things that you want to do in the next year. And then take another sheet of paper and say like 10 things that you want to accomplish in 5 years. And then take another sheet of paper and write down 10 things that you want to accomplish in 10 years. And it is dreaming. It's a lot of fun to do it. But that, the magic that I talk about, it's happening. And you can get started right now and start dreaming. But I'm telling you, in December, you're going to feel like doing it because it's a lot of fun. There may be even like some opportunities that show up in December that's just going to make you feel like this is part of the dream that I had, and this is going to help me get to the end of my struggle for that, getting that dream, or it's going to pull that dream closer, or I'm going to be on the road to that dream a little bit more advanced in the journey. So that's something to consider. There's also a piece of you that's dying, that is transforming into something new. I talked a lot about how in 2019, throughout the whole thing, lots of transformations for Leo. It's not going to stop. It's going to keep going until probably like 2021. And then there's more transformation coming. Lots more transformation. And it's going to be good transformation. A new life for yourself. New life. New energy. New fun. New people, new family. It's like everything's going to be new. New attitudes from people that you know already. They're going to go through a transformation. Huge transformation in 2020. And it'll be really cool. I mean, this is what we need. The world needs more transformation on a higher plane, in a spiritual level. Lots of people will be transforming. Your intuition is going to come into play here. Lots of intuition. You don't know what is going to happen, but the intuition is a very, very important piece to it. To be honest, you're going to have to look out for those feelings of feeling trapped, okay? Those feelings of being trapped. And you may be making decisions that you don't know the outcome to. Don't know whether it's, hey, I have no idea if this is going to tank me or this is going to make me soar. Do as much studying and collecting data as you can before making decisions, but try to increase the rate of decisions, because sometimes you have to fail forward, okay? Sometimes you have to fail forwards. So this is a problem for you, because this is the kind of stuff that keeps you up at night. And what if it's not the right decision? What if I'm doing the wrong thing? What if it doesn't take and people don't like what I have to offer? No, that's not going to get you to where you need to be. You have to dump this idea. And whatever decision that you make, whether it's a good decision or a bad decision, you've thought about it, you've done the research to find out if it's the right decision. Maybe you had to use intuition, maybe you had to do a little guesswork, but whatever the decision is, you'll be okay. You can't not make a decision, because remember, not making a decision is making a decision. It is making a decision. It's a decision to stay stagnant and keep things just the way they are. The ultimate thing here is you guys are going to make the right decision, okay? You're going to make the right decision. I've got the victory card here. The Six of Wands. Going to make the right decisions. going to make the right decisions, okay? So, Wheel of Fortune is the next card up. Okay, so we've got, this is about timing. The timing is right. You got good timing. You're being renewed in your spirit. It could, I don't know if the holidays have anything to do with it. I know I'm excited for the holidays. Lots of celebrating. Lots of happy times with people, getting along with people. Looking forward to the new year, strategizing your plans. Okay, love that. I love when that happens. I love when Leo strategizes a new plan, because that's very powerful. You know, the power of strategy is so intense. People don't take that in consideration too often. It's like, hey, why, instead of just throwing the balls into the air, why don't we figure out how to strategize things and actually do things in a way that makes sense, that actually might hit the target. You know what I mean? And it's going to take some strength on your part, because if things don't feel and look the right way, sometimes you can have those dark thoughts. And those dark thoughts are there to remind us that we are human beings. Now, we've got, this is also a great time for creativity. Okay, the strategizing, the creativity, building something new, something fresh, lots of work ahead, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. And this is the right time. You may be cutting yourself off from some people. You may be saying sayonara to some people. You may even be losing some followers or subscribers, because now you've kind of changed gears just a little. Just enough for some people to be like, okay, this isn't for me. Don't worry, keep going. Okay, there's a lot of mystery about the future, secrets laid into the future that you don't know about, surprises that may come along. There may be a partnership that comes up. If it comes up in December, grab a hold of it. But if there's no partnership, yeah, there's another person out there that can help you with what you're doing. If you don't already have that person in your life, they could be showing up in December. Like, hey, I'd love to help. It may be the beginnings of a great relationship. You may look it over. I wouldn't look it over. I would give it a shot. And especially if it looks like this is going to be lucrative for you. Not saying that that's how you make every choice, but there's a component where there is money associated. And again, keeping your emotions, being the master of your emotions, and exploring something new. So the next card on the list is the Six of Cups. Six of Cups, we're talking about nostalgia here. We're talking about nostalgia here. But there's something about the past you want to fix. You want to right the wrongs of the past. Something that makes you very unhappy. You have a lot in your life, but you want to fix this one thing. You've been working really hard on it. Really, really hard on it. And you've been very disciplined about your work so you can be successful. And you're manifesting a lot. You're doing a lot of manifesting, which is necessary if you want to right this wrong of the past. Maybe something someone did to you. You just want to make it like, hey, now I'm successful. You shouldn't, it may be for petty reasons or it may be for noble reasons. just wanting to fix something that has happened in the past. You want to right that wrong that either you've done to someone else or someone has done to you. Okay, so the next card up is the Five of Pentacles. You've been through a lot. You can't focus on that. Focusing, this is not a good place to be. Know about it, understand it, maybe talk about it. But maybe from this pain, you can find a story to tell, okay? An idea that comes out of that pain that helps somebody else. Ooh, yes, yes, yes. And that is the way to go. That is the way to go. So from your pain and suffering in the past to, and maybe even talking about your insecurities and your, imposter syndrome, or talking about things out loud in a place where you can make it, it can be monetized. It looks like it can be financially rewarding. I pulled up the Ace of Pentacles for that. And, it may be a big burden. It may feel like a big burden to share something like that. And you've been waiting for a very long time to tell that story. But it may be time to tell the world. It might be time to tell the world your story. If you haven't really, if you haven't done it yet, this is something that is possible. That could be a place where you can you can have a lot of fortune from that. I mean, there's a lot of people at that point that could help you, and you can also help other people. However, it would be like juggling a lot of things at the same time, because you have a lot going on. You have a lot going on business-wise, a lot of ideas, a lot of things going on. So it could cause sort of a disruption in the way that you make money. But either which way, you are stepping into something new. You want to step into something new, more authentic, more real, and something that leaves a legacy. And there's an offer of opportunity, financial opportunity that comes your way. That is, of course, leading to the end of an emotional cycle connected to money and how you make money. Now, I'm seeing a lot of activity, a lot of phone calls, a lot of connections with people, a lot of talking to people, a lot of maybe even a lot of videos, a lot of posts on Instagram, a lot of posts on Twitter, a lot of people talking back and forth, a lot of people DMing you, a lot of emails coming in. Busy, busy, busy time. And this is where you're going to be assessing what you have, so that way you can make some really great decisions for your future. Yep, there's a lot that you want to do. A lot of stuff that you want to do. And that focus, you may lose focus in December. And we're doing a lot of dreaming, of course. But maybe that's what you need, so you can be truly going after the things that really serve your soul. Like, even if it's like, I really like doing this aspect of what I'm doing, I really hate this aspect. I hate having to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning, or I hate having to actually come into a workspace. Can't I just work from home? Those are just some things that just popped in my mind right then and there. They may apply to some people, may not. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you want. Fantastic home, friends, accolades, adventure, but it's not. You're not jumping at anything yet, because you have a lot of potential, but you're holding, you're like, whoa, let me just check things out. And that's the proper, look, making decisions, moving forward with them, excellent, excellent. But I think in December it will be a nice balance for you to do just a little bit of both. That give yourself a little time to research everything. You don't need weeks and weeks. You just need a little bit of time to just like make a quick assessment before you jump to do anything. Okay, again, we're talking about the end of a kind of the way you make money and how it's transforming. How it's transforming. Doesn't mean like your job's ending if you have a job, or that your business is going to fold. It just means like your job is going to change. Like something about your job is going to change, and it'll be like the main focus was doing events, but now you're doing marketing. Like it's like a tweak. It's kind of similar, but just tweaked a little differently. Okay, it's gonna break your heart a little bit. For some people, it's gonna feel bad because it's hard saying goodbye to something, even if it's not working. Okay, even if it's not working, and sometimes it's bad, especially when you put a lot of time and energy into something. But this opportunity is really going to be very like creative for you. You're going to be so gosh darn creative. Okay, you're going to be extremely creative on this job. It's going to really feed your soul in that way, and you want to be fed in this way. There's a sense of newness in your attitude. You're like, yeah, this is, you're not upset by it, right? Because this is something you want. Change is always hard, but even the best changes are hard. Why do we cry when great things happen to us, right? It's part of that. But now, there's an energy to you. You're like, yes, there's a lot of competition, but you don't care. And you know that you have what it takes, and you're defending it. You're defending your talent. You're defending your past accomplishments. You know what's up. Okay? You got this. And again, it doesn't mean that the struggle is over and that you won't be upset by small things. Don't worry, it won't last very long, because you have the passion, and new opportunities are going to meet you. Okay? So then we finish out the reading with the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is a very chill lady. Okay? It's about the calm energies. It's lots of contemplative energies, lots of healing energies. Leo, we need those healing vibes. Lots of healing energies. Oh, I can feel how healing December is going to be for you. And you're not only wishing and dreaming, a lot of wishes and dreams are going to be in your mind about how much they're coming true, how much you can see them. And it's going to take your craft and your expertise to really pull that into place. Learn how to find a flow with what's going, how you employ your workflow too. As I said before, if 5 o'clock in the morning isn't working for you, then maybe you need to wake up at 6. Or maybe you don't need to go in to work if you can do everything that is required for you at home. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I think learning how to go with your own body flow, your own like internal flow is so important. And also it's like finding the work life balance. That's going to be so much easier when you listen to your intuition. And ultimately it's leading up to this incredible growth period for Leos in 2020. So I'm going to pick 3 cards from my own deck. I'll pick 3 cards from my deck, and you guys can pick 1, 2, or 3 options. Okay? So I'm going to pick 3 cards, you pick 1, or 2, or pick all. Your choice. Do you have the number in mind? Number or numbers? Again, with my cards, I don't show the cards because they have copywritten material on them. However, the ones that I am showing on screen at this very moment are okay for me to show. Alright, so charge forward is for number 1. Yeah, go get it. Go get it, Leos. Go get it. If you needed something from the universe to say, hey, green light means go. This is it. Charge forward. Go ahead. Call upon your troops to go take what is yours. Okay. Number 2 is strategy. Okay. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Strategy. Okay. Out of all the cards that I have, I've been talking, I don't know how many times in this reading I've said the word strategy. Somebody go back and count them for me, because this is gonna just blows my mind, because this is exactly the message that I'm getting. Strategize. That's what December is about, strategy. Most of all. Like, that is most of all. Making the decisions in the right direction for your better future. Okay? Number 3. Reach higher. Ooh, okay? Reach higher. So that is about taking things to not just to the limit that is okay and doable and livable, but reach for the stars, Leos, because that's where all the magic is. Shoot for the moon, and if you don't make it, at least you'll be among the stars. Okay, that's incredible. As a message, if you picked all 3, good on you. I always seem to pick all 3 when I look for readings, but if you picked any one of these messages will be great for you. So, and now for the runes. Which rune will it be? So, oh, I like this one. So we've got hope. Hope. And I am so glad that we're ending with hope, because hope is like an incredible thing for us going into 2020. You're going to need a lot of hope in order to deal with a lot of the stuff that's going on in 2020. We're all going to need it, but 2020 is going to be amazing for us, but we have to remember that it can only be that way if we keep our minds optimistic and we're not diving too much into the negative realm that we are like actually using our time to be optimistic, okay? So keep your optimism up high so that way everyone can see. It'll help others to keep their optimism quite high. And then, yeah, that's pretty cool. Hope. I love this one. Definitely love it. So, all right, Leos. Thank you so very much for watching, supporting, and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so for Leo monthly readings. And be sure to hit the bell icon to be the first to know when the next video gets posted. Many blessings to you, my awesome Leos. And remember, this channel is for you and for you alone.